IVM.
Some time ago, 5 successful restaurateurs came together to form the Colaba Cartel. The founders of the table, Gauri Devi Dayal and J. Yusuf, partnered with the founders of Woodside Inn, Abhishek Honawar, Pankil Shah and Sumit Gambhir to open a new restaurant in Colaba. If you've ever dreamed of opening a restaurant or love eating out, you want to listen in. The Colaba Cartel. This exclusive 10-part series is hosted by Gauri Devi Dayal and Amit Doshi.
So Abhishek, let me ask you, how did you start? It seems to me like this is what you wanted to do from day one, right? You went to college for this stuff.
Yes, I did actually. But it took some time to realize that this was the calling, and I think I'd give the benefit to my parents to kind of let me do what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. In 2001, when we went to culinary school, when I went to culinary school, I don't think it was the most preferred profession, by choice.
I would think not.
And it was something, the elders in the family were the ones who kind of gave us, showed us the way. And there was some preferred careers that people were pushing you into. And I was the black sheep.
Okay.
So I went to culinary school, and thankfully that's where I kind of excelled tremendously, in academics. And that's where I met Sumit for the first time. And through Sumit, I met Pankil immediately. It was a very quick succession because these guys had gone to school together. And, we were an inspired bunch.
Right.
We kind of spoke a lot. We had ambition. We had thought. And we were thinking about things, through college. So I think one thing kind of rolled into other and snowballed into, this. Here we are.
So I was again reading up about you a little bit, and whether it's Woodside or whether it's the hotel that you have in Jaipur, the boutique hotel that you created, in both of those cases, it seems like the aspects of community are really important to you. Woodside, from what I understand, was created as a place for the as like a neighborhood bar. And when it comes to the hotel, that feels like a boutique, which is based around the artistic community and that kind of thing, right? So do you think, how important a part do you think community plays in the hospitality business, if you will? Because those two things don't seem like, to me, instinctively, they don't seem like they would match, or rather, they don't seem like they would play together. They don't feel like synergistic things. But you clearly do not see that. You see that as, so can you talk a little bit about that to us?
So hospitality is team sport.
Okay.
It's teamwork. It cannot be done single-handedly. There could be ideas and visions, but to carry that through, you need an entire team. Mm-hmm. And I think the job we do is identifying, creating, and cultivating teams. That's all we do, and being positive. That's like the hospitality end of it. On the other end of it is servicing hospitality, which is community. It's only community. There's nothing else to it. So when Woodside Inn started also, it was about creating an atmosphere and a space where like-minded people could congregate and share their ideas. In 2007, it was Woodside Inn. It was a public house, and that's what really was the need of the hour. And the same thought process was applied to 28 Koti, which is this small boutique hotel in Jaipur. Is about how to get people together, community, and another thing we kind of focus a lot on is culture.
Okay.
Ideas come and go. Trends come and go, but culture will last forever. Right. So we invest in culture.
So you think of culture as a differentiator when it comes to the kind of things that you want to do. And do you see yourself as a proponent of culture or a absorber of culture in that context?
I think both, a little bit of both, because I'm no master to any specific thing. Right. I just happen to enjoy that. So we try our best to kind of, learn from what the background and history of a space, and we try and apply that in a worldly format where a general audience would like to learn about it.
Right.
And that's what we present, in our own way. So.
Awesome. The other thing is, wow, man, when we were looking up you have like articles done about your Instagram feed. That seems like, how did that happen, man? How did you become such a prolific Instagram that somebody is writing an article about your Instagram feed?
I don't really know how that's happened, to be very honest. I personally enjoy Instagram.
Right.
I think it's a great tool. I feel like I'm a big, I feel very, communication is very key.
Right.
Is the key, and I feel it's very important for
Right.
me. And I think that Instagram is a current tool that's really working.
No, so for me, this is a jokey way of bringing up how important do you think of social media in the context of what we're doing?
I think it's huge.
Yeah.
I think it's huge. I think the ability and the method, the tool that you have in your hand that you can communicate to everybody in the world is tremendous. And we're just trying to make the most of it.
So when you look at the kind of social media that you guys are doing from the Woodside perspective or from the table perspective or from Max Street Company or when it's coming to the new place, Miss T, do you have any thoughts around what is your general strategy around this kind of thing?
I think, I can't really pinpoint
Right.
at this stage. However, we've spoken about this a lot, and I think we're all on the same page for how we'd like to go ahead with this. I think the main agenda for this is to be able to communicate well, is to, pass the message well. And I think just like we look at the news to kind of understand what's going on in the world, for a certain restaurant, the audience should be able to hopefully go to one medium of communication that's so on point and so up to date, that they rely on that. And that dependability is key, and that's what I think is important in social media.
Awesome.
Hello there, my name is Naveen Narona, and as a gay person in India, I get asked a lot of stupid questions.
Beta, is it LGBT or eligibility?
How do two men procreate?
Bro, is Grindr better than Tinder or what?
We answer all these questions and much more on my podcast, Keeping It Queer, where I talk to individuals from the LGBT community in India and learn about their personal stories. Catch all the episodes on the IVM podcast app or any other podcasting app you like. Till then, keep it queer.
Why don't we talk about mental illness? For that matter, we don't even talk about emotional wellness. And if we can't talk about either of these basic, very basic aspects of being human, what do we do when we just feel like something's not right?
Hi, I'm Zain.
And I'm Avanti.
And this is Marbles Lost and Found, a show where we invite conversations about mental health and illness and just get people to talk about it, because it's okay to do so. Catch Marbles Lost and Found every Tuesday on the IVM app, website, or anywhere you get your podcasts from.